Hi viewers, welcome to GG channel. Today Microsoft releasing Windows 11 Insider Preview Build 26040 to the Canary channel. What's new in Build 26040? Instantly access new photos and screenshots from your mobile device. Beginning to gradually roll out a new feature for Windows that introduces the ability to effortlessly access and edit your most recent photos and screenshots from your Android mobile device in Snipping tool on your PC. With this feature, you'll receive instant notifications on your PC whenever a new photo or screenshot is captured on your Android device. To enable this experience, go to Settings greater than Bluetooth and Devices greater than Mobile Devices and choose Manage Devices, and allow your PC to access your Android phone. Your PC will get a cross-device experience host update in the Microsoft Store that is required for this experience to work. Experience crystal clear online communication with voice clarity. Microsoft expanding voice clarity, which has been available on Surface devices. Updated Windows setup experience. Microsoft refreshing Windows OS media setup with a much cleaner and more modern design. All of the same features will continue to be supported in the bare metal clean OS installation experience, including unattended support, but will now be consistent with the current upgrade and installation experience available for the devices already running the Windows OS. USB 80 gigabits per second. Microsoft excited to announce support for the latest generation USB standard, USB 80 gigabits per second, in this build of Windows. USB 80 gigabits per second support will initially launch on select devices based on the Intel Core 14th Gen HX series mobile processors, such as the new Razer Blade 18. This is the first major version update of the USB 4 registered standard and increases performance to 80 gigabits per second from 40 gigabits per second. It enables the next generation of high-performance displays, storage, and connectivity. It is fully backwards compatible with peripherals built for older generations of USB and Thunderbolt and works alongside all other USB Type-C features. Enhanced image consumption experience in Narrator. Microsoft improving the image consumption experience with Narrator. There are two major changes. Microsoft introduced a new keyboard command for navigating between the images graphics on a screen page. Now, you can use the keys G or Shift+G to navigate forward or backwards between images in scan mode. Narrator key plus spacebar. Recognition of text in images, including handwriting, is improved along with improvements to overall image descriptions. You can try the enhanced experience by navigating to the image and pressing Narrator key plus Control plus D key combination when the focus is on an image. This feature requires an active internet connection, and the setting to get image descriptions must be enabled in Narrator settings. Improving discoverability of screen casting in Windows 11. Casting from your Windows PC allows you to wirelessly extend your display to another nearby PC, TV, or other external displays. Microsoft introducing improvements that focus on educating users about the cast feature and improving its discoverability in Windows 11. Those improvements include: when doing multitasking activities on your PC, such as often switching between windows to complete a task or using Snap Assist to organize your screen space, Microsoft will provide the suggestion to cast via a notification toast. Microsoft updated the cast flyout in quick settings with additional support for you in case you face any trouble discovering nearby displays, fixing connections, and more. Windows Lapse. New automatic account management feature. Windows Local Administrator Password Solution, Lapse, has been improved with a new automatic account management feature. Using this feature, IT admins can now configure Windows Lapse to automatically create the managed local account. You can also configure the name of the account, enable or disable the account, and optionally randomize the account name for improved security. Improved integration with existing Microsoft local account management policies has also been added. Here is an image of the new automatic account management setting. The Windows Lapse CSP offers full support for managing these settings. The Windows Lapse CSP documentation will be updated at a later date to reflect the new settings. Windows Lapse. Improved readability password dictionary and improved password font. Windows Local Administrator Password Solution, Lapse, has been improved with a new password complexity setting. Using this feature, IT admins can now configure Windows Lapse to generate less confusing passwords. The new setting is similar to the existing complexity setting 4 in that all 4 character categories are used uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. However, when password complexity is configured with the new setting of 5, the most confusing characters are omitted to improve password readability and reduce confusion and wasted time. For example, the number 1 and the letter I are never used with the new setting. When password complexity is configured to 5, the following changes are made to the default password dictionary character set. Don't use these letters. I, O, Q, L, O. Don't use these numbers. 0 feet, 1. Don't use these special characters, and start using these special characters equals asterisk. The Windows Lapse tab in the Active Directory Users and Computers Snap-in via Microsoft Management Console has also been improved. When the Windows Lapse password is displayed in the clear, the password now uses a new font for improving readability. The Windows Lapse CSP also offers full support for configuring the new password complexity setting 5. The Windows Lapse documentation will be updated at a later date with additional information on this new setting. Windows Lapse new passphrase feature. Windows Local Administrator Password Solution (LAPS) has been improved with a new passphrase feature. Using this feature, IT admins can now configure Windows Lapse to generate passphrases, for example, eats vegan yummy tasty. Compare this to a more traditional style password like Q6RGAG 667 Q23 QA 886. N. K. The passphrase is clearly much easier to read, repeat, and type. With this new feature, the existing password complexity policy setting can now be configured to select one of 3 different passphrase word lists. All 3 passphrase word lists are included as part of Windows, so no additional download is required. A new policy setting, passphrase length, is used to control the number of words in a new passphrase. Construction of a passphrase is simple. The configured number of words are randomly selected from the configured word list and appended together. The first letter of each word is capitalized for easier readability. The new passphrase length policy setting. The new passphrase feature is fully supported when backing passwords up to either Windows Server Active Directory or Microsoft Entra ID. Windows Lapse new image rollback detection feature. Windows Local Administrator Password Solution (LAPS) has been improved with a new image rollback detection feature. Using this feature, Windows Lapse will now detect when an image rollback has occurred. When a live OS image is rolled back regardless of mechanism, for example Hyper-V snapshot reversion, or via image redeployment products, the result is often a torn state situation where the password stored in Active Directory no longer matches the password hash stored locally on the device. When this happens, the IT admin will be unable to sign into the device using the persisted Windows Lapse password. The problem is not resolved until Windows Lapse rotates the password per the normal password expiration timestamp, which might not happen for days or weeks. The new feature adds an Active Directory attribute, MSLAPS current password version, to the Windows Lapse schema. This attribute contains a random guide which is written by Windows Lapse every time a new password is persisted in Active Directory, followed by saving a local copy. During every processing cycle, the GUID stored in MSLAPS current password version will be queried and compared to the locally persisted copy. If they are different, the password will be immediately rotated. To enable this feature, you must first run the latest version of the Update Lapse AD Schema PowerShell CMD let. Windows Lapse will note the presence of the new attribute and start using it. Windows Lapse will log a specific new reason when a rollback is detected. For example, if you do not run the updated version of the Update Lapse AD Schema PowerShell CMD let, Windows Lapse will log a 10108 warning event in the event log, but will continue to function normally in all other respects. Note that no policy settings are used to enable or configure this feature. The feature is always enabled once the new schema attribute has been added. The Windows Lapse documentation will be updated at a later date with additional information on this new feature. Changes and improvements. General. As Microsoft mentioned with Build 26020, WordPad is removed when doing a clean install and now is also removed on upgrade starting with this build. Copilot in Windows. Microsoft making a change where the Copilot icon is shown on the right side of the system tray on the taskbar to make the entry point to Copilot more clear and easily accessible by being closer to where the Copilot pane opens. As part of this change, Microsoft defaulted the Show the Desktop behavior for the far right corner of the taskbar to off, and this can be re-enabled in the taskbar behaviors section under Settings greater than Personalization greater than Taskbar. You can simply right-click on the taskbar to get to this. This is just beginning to roll out to insiders in the Canary channel, so not everyone will see this change right away. Taskbar and System Tray. When you hover over the date and time in the System Tray, the tooltip will now always show a clock even when you only have a single clock added. File Explorer. In addition to the new compress to formats for 7Z and tar, we are adding a new compression wizard that lets you choose even more formats and specify even more details. You can compress individual files with gzip, bzip2, and more, or add multiple files to archives in different tar formats with different types of compression. You can also change the compression level and what types of data are stored in each archive. Windows Share. For Microsoft Edge and other browsers that invoke the Windows Share window, the Windows Share window now supports the ability to share website links directly to WhatsApp, Gmail, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. In Microsoft Edge, you can invoke the Windows Share window by clicking the Share icon at the top right in the toolbar and choosing the Windows Share options. If you're signed in with a Microsoft Entra ID, in addition to being able to share to your Microsoft Teams, work or school contacts, you can also now share directly to specific Microsoft Teams channels and groups chats as well directly within the Windows Share window. We have significantly improved nearby share transfer speed for users on same network. Before these changes, users had to be on the same private network, but now, users just have to be on the same network, which could be public or private. You can quickly turn on nearby share via quick settings and simply right-click on a local file in File Explorer, choose Share, and choose to share to a device listed under Nearby Share in the Windows Share window. Task Manager. Microsoft updated the Task Manager icon to match the design of other icons in Windows 11. Narrator. In Microsoft Word, Narrator will now announce the presence of a draft comment, a resolved comment, a bookmark, or the availability of accessibility suggestions when reading text in the document. Narrator users can now use voice access to open applications, dictate text and interact with elements on the screen using their voice. Narrator users can use voice access to give narrator commands using their voice. For e.g., speak faster, read next line, etc. To get started, search for voice access in Windows Search and set it up. Fixed an issue where narrator was not correctly announcing the selected item in combo boxes when users try to change the combo box value using key combination Ctrl plus up or down arrow. Fixed an issue where narrator was announcing old dialog names even after users navigate to new dialog on few web pages. Fixed an issue where narrator was not reading role of a control in tables on the web while using table navigation commands Ctrl plus Alt plus arrow keys. Fixed an issue in Microsoft Excel where narrator was not consistently reading any item in the autocomplete list that comes when writing a formula. Addressed an issue where narrator was not announcing the selected state of menu items in few applications such as Device Manager. Fixed an issue where narrator was announcing both the unselected value and the newly selected value in elements such as date fields or any elements that are formatted as tables. Input. Added the Colmac keyboard layout. To use, you can add it in settings greater than time and language greater than language and region greater than, and select a Latin script alphabet-based language like English. Click on the three dots to open language options for that language and then add a keyboard. Added a new Hebrew keyboard layout. To use, you can add it in settings greater than time and language greater than language and region greater than, and select Hebrew. Click on the three dots to open language options for that language, then add a keyboard, and select Hebrew Standard 2018. Magnifier. Fixed an issue in magnifier settings page where the text below, voice speed, slider was not following the color contrast guidelines. That's all in this update. Thanks for watching video and please subscribe and like our channel.